Hello, everybody, and welcome back to AFTERBUZZ TV. I'm feeling like talking about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is the reunion part 2. Let's talk about it right now.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Little jam.
The video is really good. Hey guys, I'm Thomas Orlina. We are rocking out to Ariana Grande. She's going to be on Jimmy Fallon tonight. I've been looking forward to that. I'm your host, Thomas Orlina, and I've got my girls here.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Leone.
Hi everyone, I'm Cynthia Nicole.
And we are back to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Reunion part 2. I can't believe it, we're here.
We are here.
Right?
This is
It just feels like we were just on this. But anyways, we're back in the studio. And 3 topics that we're going to be discussing tonight are the fashion. We need to just do an overview of all of the ladies' fashions. We want to know who, wore the best outfits this season. We're going to talk a little bit about Camille, because obviously she's back on the sofa tonight, and Dorit and Teddi. And lastly, we're going to be talking about the drama with the magazine.
Yeah,
So,
let's do it.
just opening thoughts about tonight's reunion part 2.
I mean, it kind of reminded me a lot of last week. I'm looking forward more so to next week. I think that this one was, it was good to see Camille.
Yeah.
So that made me happy, and it was, a little bit more edgy, but I think it was pretty, straightforward.
Straightforward.
Blasé.
Yeah.
It was better than the first one.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
was
kind of
actually
surprising.
awake. Yeah.
That's kind of surprising because
Yeah.
usually they start the reunions with like a bang on the first one.
Yeah, it was more of a tease, and then the third episode, boom, it's just gonna happen, right?
This
I
whole
don't know.
season, that's how it is. It's just the whole thing's a tease.
Yeah.
It's so now it's just I know I'm not getting anything from you.
Yeah.
Just a tease all
Yeah.
over.
Do you think it was because everybody played it safe? Nobody really wanted to have any drama. People were kind of like tippy-toeing around subjects.
No. I think it's because there was too much generating of drama from Dorit that all the other girls, it was just more on their reactions rather than natural things that would have happened. Like really juicy things, I think sometimes are more so natural than just oh, I think I'm going to complain about this, or I'm going to not do this because I know everyone's going to get mad, or, I don't know.
And it seemed like everybody was really aware that that was happening.
Yeah, it's very clear.
Yeah. Your
It
thoughts?
really wasn't juicy drama. I just thought it was just petty little girl fights in 4th grade. It wasn't
Yeah.
oh, you stole my husband, I'm gonna slap you, or something juicy.
Erica did say she's giving everyone blowjobs, but I mean...
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
was
that.
yeah.
So a lot of what is happening in Beverly Hills is the fashion. So I just want to know from you girls, you guys have great senses of fashion. Who was your favorite fashionista this season?
Oh.
One person.
Erika. Always Erika.
Erika. Okay.
Always Erika.
Jiggy, Lisa Vanderpump's dog. I'm sorry.
Wait, what appearances has he made that I missed?
On the table.
On the table.
He listens to all the juicy topics between Lisa and whoever she invites over. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
The dog.
The dog.
You know what?
Wow.
As much as I loved Erika, I have to say I really liked Dorit's fashion.
Dorit was good.
You
Yeah.
know? And it's so ironic because a lot of the ideas and like the concept that she had kind of matched Erika's. Like even in the
Yeah.
reunion.
Yeah,
You know, and
yeah.
other like the latex night, it's interesting, like I don't know if their style teams are very close or if they're very on trend, but they're
That's-
very similar.
That's the one thing you can generate is, a very, very calculated fashion choices. I love that. I
Yes.
love. She, there's not a bracelet that was out of place. You know exactly, I feel like she knew exactly what she was wearing all the time. Even her in that, what was it, with the fanny pack walking around the house with the white
The
shirt.
Gucci- was it
yeah,
the
the Gucci
Gucci?
fanny pack.
There was a lot of Gucci this season.
I
A
felt
lot.
like this show was sponsored by Gucci.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was
I felt like
plugged
that.
so well because it was
Yes.
just the phone case, it was the handbags, it was everything.
And
the
Chanel.
tracksuits.
The tracksuit.
Chanel bags, which I
Yeah.
really like Lisa Vanderpump's pink Chanel bag. But hands down, I think Lisa Vanderpump was my favorite. I'm sorry.
By the way, that Chanel bag, I saw that and at the Chanel store at Chicago. And oh my gosh, when you walk in, it was the first one there.
Really?
Yeah, it was just on display.
Was
and
it
I'm
the
like,
same color?
The same thing, yeah. Oh, yeah,
wow.
same thing. It was beautiful. Not with the roller underneath it, but the big bag on
big
top.
one on top.
Yeah, it was like velvet almost. So cute. And it's just like, it's cute enough to just be like an overnight, like...
Okay, please tell us.
How
I'm sure
much?
you looked at the price tag.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No. You don't look at the price tag.
What's the ballpark for a Chanel for those that are listening?
It's Monopoly money. For that one, probably 6 or 8. Eight, maybe.
Because the small
I don't
ones are
know.
what, like 2,000?
Oh, it depends.
maybe?
No.
3,000?
It would be like 3 to 4. I mean, we can check in with Lauren on this. Lauren, would you?
Yes.
Lauren, which one? 10?
Probably 11.
11 for the pink one? Okay.
11,000.
That's my best friend, you guys.
Yes.
She's my hype woman. So I mean, the little ones are
11,000.
Yeah, like my regular one, it's just the classic one. It's like $5K. So like the rest of them are, it depends.
Does it depend on like, because I know I've read like lambskin, there's like different kinds of
Sure.
leather.
But
there's-
also like what's on trend and what's happening right now, and also if you have something that's vintage, sometimes it'll be even more. It just depends.
So, while we're on the subject of money, $40,000 has been reported that Erika Girardi puts together to have the Erika Jane brand up and running, and 40,000 she said is like a quarter to what her girl or other people that she knows. Do you think that that's too excessive? What do you guys think about that?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if you can afford something, then go for it.
Yeah.
It's not like she's, trying to take out loans and refinancing her house for handbags. It's like, no, everything is needed and she has the funds.
Yeah.
She has a private jet. Come on.
Exactly. Thoughts on that?
She's the opposite.
By the way, Richie is not here today.
Yes.
His 2 cents, but he'll be back next week.
Yes. Hi, Richie. I don't agree. I think that's probably a college student's year paycheck. Yes, you can live the lifestyle, but I have heard that there's people that waste more money than she does. But I just don't agree. I think that's just too much.
All right.
Just way too much.
Well, let us know in the comments. We always read the comments after the shows. I always like to read it.
Because
I have a
there's
question,
YouTube. There's
So let us know.
YouTube videos. You can do your own makeup, your own hair, and still be fabulous.
Excuse me. Who the hell is using YouTube to make themselves millions of dollars a year?
There's probably
for the trade-off.
plenty.
No.
There's probably plenty of you. I do my own hair and makeup, and I feel glamorous.
You making
and
as
like,
much as Erika?
No, one day I will, but I feel like right now I
but
gotta
you won't
just
have the same hair and makeup. You'll be getting it done.
no, because I'm really picky. I just don't like anybody to do my hair and makeup. I'm just really picky. That's just me. But yes,
Okay.
what was your question?
I don't even know at this point. I'm just like, no. I mean, I feel like, okay, yeah, I do know. So if you're going to make money, though, like let's say it's an investment. Let's say you put down $40,000 on a horse race and you know you're going to make $100,000 because that's what's going to happen. That's an investment. I don't know. Like, I feel like that's not a good analogy, but that's a gamble. But the thing is that my point is, if you're going to make that money in return because you look great, then isn't it worth it?
Well, if I were her, I would manifest more job opportunities, more book deals, owning a castle, buying a land with, like using that 40,000 for something different. Yes, you could look great and be an entertainer and be magical, but I think there's other ways to use that amount of money.
What I'm
you
saying
guys.
is because of that, though, she would not make her money to buy that castle. You know what I mean? So if she doesn't spend that $40,000 to be
By
Erika
that-
Jane, she's not Erika Jane, and
but-
she probably wouldn't even be on the
Well,
show.
But using
In
40,000
Erika's-
for vanity?
In Erika's
Yeah.
defense, $40,000, I mean, it's what makes her her. Now there's someone in the press
That's
that
what I'm saying.
is, I guess that's the cost of being Erika Jane. But,
Sure.
it
Yeah.
was interesting that Andy brought that up. Another going on topic, Chanel and all of the bags that Kyle lost in her house was another tragedy that we got to relive again. I was, I wrote this down. if something like that happened to you in your home, would you still stay in that home or would you want to move out of there? And clearly Kyle has the money to do either option.
Me personally,
If you had just moved in there, because Kyle had just moved into her house, you know, she goes to Aspen, everything's gone.
I'm extremely superstitious and also spiritual and all that.
So you would be out.
I'd be out. And also, I probably wouldn't have even moved in there, to be honest. She thought that her original house was such good luck, then she would have stayed there. Like, you know what I mean?
Just I hate that she moved.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I actually would have had somebody cleanse the house, if not myself.
Sure.
I would have used sage or something and just cleanse out the energy vibes. But I think the vibes itself is probably can be traumatic. Maybe she could be like, oh, somebody's
It
going
was
to,
like
you know.
millions
yeah,
of
it's a lot.
dollars.
And
Nobody just stole, like, you know.
I think her mother's jewelry is the sad part about
That's
it. Or
the
like,
saddest.
That's the sentimental
Yes.
part of it.
yeah, bags
Well,
are replaceable.
True.
Not
Well, even her
jewelry.
mother's bags, you know, like I
That's
feel
not
like
that.
when you have one of a kind type things, it's like, ugh,
That's
passed
the hard
down.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
sad.
one thing that happened in the episode was Dorit apologizing to Lisa Rinna about pretty much everything. It was very much an apology tour from Dorit tonight. That's kind of the theme of tonight's episode. Do you think that they've squashed their issues? Because what she said was that she felt like she wasn't, you know, taking into regard the things that PK had done to Lisa Rinna, and now she just wants to wash everything away and start fresh. If we start the season again next season for another Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and they're both on it, are they gonna rehash this again, or is this done?
No, they're gonna rehash. Are you kidding? Of course they are. They gotta
just a
keep
recycle
talking.
bin.
Right. If we're talking about Pantygate, we're gonna continue this. Anything, we're gonna talk.
Yeah, I'm hoping for new subject lines next season. But
Yeah.
do you think that this is over? Do you think
I
they've
hope
cleared,
so.
Do you think they've cleared the air?
I kind of want to see other housewives come in, like, and be, you know, from other seasons to come into the LA and kind of give them advice or something different.
Something
like,
different.
Something
different has to
dramatic.
change.
Yeah. Camille,
Like
I
real
definitely
drama.
I
Yeah.
want back.
Yes,
Yes,
well,
me
speaking
too.
of Camille made her return back on the sofa, and it was interesting that they had pulled up that Most Hated Housewife issue
Yes.
from Life and Style, because I remember that. I remember she was going through that. She was like one of the first housewives to be on that cover. I mean, there's some people that I read that love her, and then some are like, she's boring. Do you guys think that she would be good to come back as a full-time cast member, or do you think that there's not enough in Camille's, you know, resume, I guess you could call it?
I think she would create it. I think she can bring the drama. She knows what she needs to do, and I think that she'd be good on it.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
I actually really like that she's not having a filter. She's just going full force what she feels. And I think that's going to bring some juicy drama to the new season if she does.
I think we
Yeah.
see
Yes.
some, like, what
And
people
she's
were
funny.
tweeting out. Yeah,
Yes.
she's bringing back a little bit of her old side. I think, you know, she got a lot of flack on the first season, so I think she's kind of finding her rhythm again. And
But did you guys think that she was all the things that they said, narcissistic, insecure,
In the first season?
one? I didn't
Yeah.
think so. I thought she was, you know,
we
like,
live and learn. I'm sure people said that about me. But
no,
you
you're
know, like,
sweet.
I think that people, like, when they first got to know her, I think she was going through a tough time, going through a divorce, especially starting a reality show. You don't want to start a reality show and start getting into divorce. So I think it was just a timing in her life.
Yeah.
But, you know, she brought a gift that is now in the Bravo Clubhouse.
Oh,
Ball gag. Love it.
Ball gag.
It matched your
trend.
dress.
It did match your dress.
It was cute.
I mean, Camille strikes me as the type of person that, you know, you're going to poke me without me having to poke you, I'm going to poke you back. And, you know, that's kind of how the world works sometimes. So she was doing that with Dorit. Dorit was coming after her. This all ball gag would never have happened if Dorit didn't call her the C word.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
very
I mean, it
true.
created something for Camille's storyline this season, so there was something for her to really play off. But, you know, other than that, if Dorit never did that to her, Camille wouldn't have had that moment. But, you know, that's what happens in Housewives, right?
Exactly.
Do you think it was as bad as Pantygate and her giving the panties to Erika, or
No, I think Pantygate was way bigger.
way bigger?
Yeah, I do. And I think that it's a possibility that they put the ball gag to rest. Maybe they gave one more little jab next season. But for the most part, I think that Pantygate was a lot bigger.
Yeah.
I think the ladies need to have more sense of humor.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
right?
That's true. So we'll just move on to our next topic. Dorit and Teddi, probably the biggest subject line this season. I don't know. I don't think that they're connecting yet. It's pretty evident. I mean, it's kind of like last season when Dorit and Erika weren't vibing, but I just see a lot of tension there. I even though we're in the second reunion, I still feel like there is a lot of unsolved issues between them, and I don't know if they're ever going to be able to fix it. Like fully.
Right, I agree. And also, by the way, Teddi looks great.
She does. She looks phenomenal.
And so does Dorit, clearly. But, you know, Teddi, they talked about her surgery. I'm like, all right, well, that's cute, though. Like, she looks good. I'm just trying to think, though, because I feel that they just don't want to be friends. Like, I don't think
They don't want to be friends.
Yeah, I don't think
And
that
they don't
Dorit...
need to be friends.
Exactly. And it's okay to just not blend with someone. It's all right. You don't have to start drama with them. It's just, okay, you know, you're here on the show with me.
It seems as if Kyle has really taken Teddi on her shoulder and has really become that sounding board for her, because she's coming into her defense a lot of times during the reunion. So they've definitely made a connection. But what are your thoughts about Teddi and Dorit?
I honestly, I think that Teddi gets blamed a lot for the fights that go on. But Dorit and Teddi, I just don't think that since the moment they were supposed to meet up and she was 30 minutes late to an hour or so, I think that ruined everything after that. And I think that
It was like the level of respect.
Yeah, because Dorit invited her over to, for dinner to meet PK and brought her husband. So I felt like they were starting something. But as soon as she came late, they just never could resolve anything after that.
It was also because they cannot come to agreement on this time thing. Was it 6 minutes or 36 minutes? Half hour?
Or an hour.
Or hour. Like, what is it? So that's what I think is unsettling for Teddi, at least, because she knows that Dorit is lying about it because it's clear. And Dorit's, being smart and sticking to her story, but I'm pretty sure that it was a little manipulated situation. You know what time you agree on.
Well, it also seems like Dorit was kind of letting Teddi know that she doesn't have to impress all the ladies and stuff like that. It was very veteran versus rookie.
Yeah.
That's the kind of vibe that I was getting. And
Yeah.
with 2 seasons in, I guess you have that authority to do that. But it's kind of like watching Teddi you want to root for her, but deep down inside, she's kind of going through it with these women.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I did hear Dorit say, "I'm sorry."
Yeah,
Yes.
imagine that.
Yeah.
She did.
Yes.
She did a lot of apologizing this season.
But doesn't that say something right there when you have to apologize
Yeah.
at
Do you
every
think it was too
scenario?
much?
Yeah, just stop talking.
Yeah, it was too much.
Yes.
That's funny.
If
The
you have to-
apology was too much?
No, if you have to apologize to every different scenario, girl, you need to evolve and look at yourself. What is going on?
Well, maybe if she comes back next season, she'll come back as a new person.
Yes, I hope.
Do you think that's gonna happen?
Like a Lisa Rinna?
Kind of. Yeah.
Yes.
I wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder. They shouldn't allow it. They should have been poking the bear at Lisa Rinna a little more. I'm disappointed in the producers.
Lisa Rinna was just there.
They gotta keep poking
I
and
know.
get something out of someone.
If she comes back next season, she definitely has to hopefully bring something other than what she did this season. You know, and I
Yeah.
like Lisa Rinna. And speaking of Lisa Rinna's friend, did you guys catch Eileen Davidson win an Emmy on Monday? She
yeah,
did.
Congrats.
She did, which was kind of cool because she's been off the grid a little bit, but to win an Emmy for what she does. Yeah, would you guys want her back on the show? Did she do anything for you?
I always like Eileen. I do. And she seems the most sane to me, but that's probably why she's not on. I don't know. I guess it depends on what happens. Because the good thing about Eileen is that her and Rinna can both team up and
feed off each other.
but have a problem with something. So if they have a problem with something, they're going to be talking about it. And then if they're going to be talking about it, then the other girls are wondering why they're talking and what's going on. And then that's how the drama starts. So I think that indirectly, Eileen is a very good asset to the show.
Do you think because Eileen wasn't on the show, Lisa Rinna didn't have that one person to kind of click with?
Yeah.
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 I think Eileen brings something out of Lisa.
Totally.
Yeah, that's just like, she has no filter, and I love it. But this season, she was just more about zen and, you know, not saying too much.
She probably would have done the same thing, but I think it would have been easier for the producers to get something out if Eileen was there. You know what I mean? Something along those lines.
It's going to be interesting. I always get excited when we find out who had made the cut, who's going to be part of the next season. It's
Brandi.
It's this like thing, you know. It's that excitement because I watched all of the franchises, and with Atlanta, I don't know if you guys have seen Atlanta, but you know, Sheree, who was on it, came back on and is now off it again.
Ooh.
So it's interesting to see when they do things like that, you know.
And
But-
was she as boring as Rinna?
No, she actually brought it, but I think her storyline was limited. Her husband her partner that she's dating is in prison.
Oh,
Bravo
okay.
couldn't film, so
Yeah.
this is all rumors. So
okay.
yeah, that was the issue with it.
Rumored that he's in prison?
No, he is. He is on the show,
okay.
but the producers only can do so much
Sure.
when it comes to like the storyline.
Right, you can't
You know.
necessarily bring a camera crew there.
Can't bring that much to the conversation, but I know somebody that can bring things to the conversation, and that's our very own Maria Menounos, who we love and adore, and we have information about Maria's podcast.
Hi, everyone. You want to have fun, learn, and grow in all areas of your life? For those who do, we have a podcast for you. Conversations with Maria Menounos, podcast edition, is hosted by our AFTERBUZZ TV founder and drops every Friday on iTunes. Conversations with Maria Menounos features celebrity, influencer interviews, along with secrets and tips on how to be better in all aspects of your life, from health, wellness, career, relationships, financing, and much more. Let our Maria be your big sister you've always wanted. Just go to iTunes and subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos for free. You heard it. For free.
We love free.
Yes. Be sure to rate and comment, and when you do, let Maria know it was us who sent you. Conversations with Maria Menounos podcast edition. Check it out.
Yes. She always has the best guests.
Yes.
And make sure to follow her at Maria Menounos on Instagram. I love when she posts her dogs and all this stuff. She has the best stories for real.
And their
So-
house is amazing.
It is.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we love Maria, so definitely check it out. So since Dorit is like part of the centerpiece, she kind of ends off the Teddi thing as, I'm going to proceed with caution. And she doesn't really know who she is. So it's interesting that Dorit, it's like almost was like the Dorit show a little bit. I mean, this season.
She's trying to twist it. Like, proceed with caution with Teddi. I don't think anyone needs to do anything caution. Maybe her husband. I'm just trying to think of something. Like, that's ridiculous.
Proceed with caution.
Yeah, no.
You do too much.
Like, Teddi is just fine. Like, all you have to do is say sorry, hug her, and you guys are friends. Like, she's not a difficult person.
Yeah.
It's Dorit that's
so
a problem.
it was the spinning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Deflecting.
Deflecting.
Yeah.
All right. Last topic of the night is the whole drama with Lisa Vanderpump's magazine. Now, let me tell you, I think that Dorit was a little extra with the staff there. I think if I was working the shoot, I would have been a little uncomfortable. Just the way that she treated the makeup artist, I thought wasn't cool. And I'm sure looking back now, she watches it and thinks, okay, I could have handled things differently. But in that moment, it was pretty mortifying. So I personally don't really think that Lisa Vanderpump pulling her from the magazine shoot is a real super surprise. Just based off, it's Lisa's magazine and she works with that guy Mark, and the fact that they pulled her off. Could Lisa have told her in advance to kind of like soften the situation? Yes. But the fact that Dorit's not in it, I'm not surprised. Are you guys surprised?
No. And for Lisa not to tell her, I bet you she thought she could just get away with it, just not telling her. And honestly, Dorit, I don't think that she would look at the magazine, or maybe ask later and just
She
be like,
wasn't on the
what?
cover, in all defense.
Right. Like, probably Lisa would end up saying later, oh, I'm so sorry, I don't think that they're using that. And it'll be, just something in passing. I don't think that she thought it would be as big of a deal. But to be honest, just really quickly, if you're an actor or model or anything, like I did things in my childhood where you know, if you throw a fit or if you act a little bit diva-esque at any
Or
point,
high maintenance.
if you don't like your makeup, who cares? It doesn't matter because it's not it's not you at that point. You're someone else's look and vision. So they will cut you in a minute. And it's surprising to me that they just didn't even kick her off set. I mean, I think that they're being nice.
So do we think, and definitely chime in, guys, and people that are listening, I would love to know your opinion. Did Lisa Vanderpump do all this, chop her by the head on the magazine? That's really what she did.
Yeah.
To get her back for the things that Dorit had did to Lisa Vanderpump.
Maybe not Lisa herself, but maybe her creative director of her magazine or something along those lines. And I don't think that Lisa said no.
Yeah. Okay,
You know?
I get it. I get what you're doing. Because, I mean, that's what the people on the sofa thought. These women actually felt like this was Lisa Vanderpump's way of paying her back.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been.
Do you think it was payback?
No, I don't
No.
think so. I just
Okay.
think that Dorit was really rude to the makeup artist.
Like, how are you
I
going to
understand
Photoshop my
if-
whole face?
yeah.
How do you say that to a makeup
yeah,
artist?
and like they
I
put.
felt bad for him.
That was too
I
much.
understand if you made her look like a clown and you're like, oh
And
my
the
god, my
makeup looked
eyes shut.
good.
Yeah, and she looked beautiful because I have
Yeah.
seen models who like
And
you know,
they-
but I
you
mean,
don't even say anything.
No,
It's
you
like,
just say,
yeah.
oh, could you like fix it a little or my hair, maybe more curl or something like that. But it was just really rude.
It was.
So
That, I
rude.
mean, I liked Dorit, but that moment
Yeah,
when
me
she also said
too.
that she got poked in the eye. I mean, some of my friends are celebrity makeup artists, and I find that mortifying that somebody would do that.
Like and if he did, it was
Yeah.
probably an accident. It's not like he intentionally did it,
Yeah.
But I think that the magazine who said that he didn't want the negativity, he has every right to feel that. Lisa has every right to feel that because just by
Right.
seeing that footage, I would
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and
absolutely.
it looked like Lisa was really letting Dorit know, like she wasn't gonna back down from her decision. Right? That's really what
yeah,
was
she,
going
she
on.
shouldn't.
Yeah. And Erika tried to chime in there a little bit with, she should have hired her own makeup artist and stuff like that. But I mean, it is what it is.
Dorit just wanted to be difficult. And
I think in that moment she really kind of did.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand, especially seeing how Dorit has been this entire season, wanting to look a certain way, having a specific image in mind on how she wanted to be. I could see her thinking that that's a glamorous way to be, or that's how a lot of young people getting into any industry on camera would think, and she's
Yeah.
just a little aged where she's never done that. You know what I mean? I feel like
She
it's
said
just
aged.
we're watching an aged woman throw a tantrum.
That's a good analogy. I might have to stick with that one. All right, anything else left to say before we get into predictions? I think that was it, right?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
let's get into some predictions for next week.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So, I was not expecting a part 3, but I guess because it's one of the biggest franchise, we have to expect a part 3. And looking how they stretched the reunion, it makes sense because a lot of things are still not touched on.
Sure.
Probably the biggest thing I am predicting is a big blowout between Erika Jane, Erika Girardi. I love saying both names.
Yes.
Because it's 2 people. It's 2
It's
people.
fun. I love that.
Yeah, it's Erika Jane, Erika Girardi, and Teddi.
Yeah.
Another person who you wouldn't think going into this season people would have problems with, and it's the accountability coach. So I'm really looking forward to that. I definitely predict that there will be some harsh words. I'm hoping that Teddi doesn't bust out in tears this time because Erika was pretty
Like,
tough on
what
that
up,
one
girl?
too.
Yeah.
So, and we've seen it happen time and time again. So that's my prediction. What are yours?
Well, last week I thought the prediction was basically that Teddi would cry, and
For tonight.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wasn't sure if there was going to be a third reunion.
Yeah.
But now that I see that there is, I think Teddi's going to cry.
Tears.
And, yeah,
At
I
least a
see tears.
tear.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
gosh.
at least one. I just think that. A lot of people can't handle very strong energies. I mean, Erika could care about her feelings and be a little lighter, but like she said tonight, it's like, let's not and not care. I mean, what she said to Dorit about the swimsuit line. I think that, probably that Lisa Rinna will say a little bit more too. I think she's gotten a little bit more snappy as the reunions have come out, more so than the show. But I think that, we'll see some tears from Teddi.
And your prediction?
I just want to see what Erika reacts to being called phony.
Yes. Because she was like, no.
Yeah, what up, girl?
Yeah.
Any other predictions for you?
No, and I just want to see what Teddi, how she handles it, because I feel like they keep poking, and she's just going to, let's see what happens.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. Thank you so much for joining us. We have such a great time breaking down the episode. I look forward to your comments. I want to know your thoughts. Are you Team Teddi? Are you Team... Whose team are you on? Because there's so many teams. Before we go, Cynthia, where can we find you?
You can find me on all of my social media under Cynthia Nicole 5.
I'm Jennifer Leone, and you can find me at Jennifer Leone TV.
Hey guys, I'm Thomas Orlina, and Inquiry Magazine just wrote about me and Your Time with Thomas. I'm really excited. Make sure to check out my Instagram at Thomas Orlina and watch my YouTube show, Your Time with Thomas, for more information. We will see you back here next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments and questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.